So now we are going to solve the problem we have put forces around 851 diff 2. So the problem says that the sum of digits of a non-negative integer a is a result of summing up its digits together when written in the decimal system. For example, the sum of digits of 1 to 3 is 6 and the sum of digits of 10 is 1 is a formal where the sum of digits of a is summation of a of I into 10 to the power I where uh, a of I is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 9 and defined as the summation of a of I of I equal to 0 to infinity. So given an integer and find two non-negative in the x and y which satisfy the following condition: x plus y equal to n and the sum of digits of x and the sum of digits of y differ by at most 1. So it can be shown that x and y always exist. So here the problem statement says that we will be given an n like 1 to 3 or and we have to uh, make two elements from n where x plus y equal to n and the summation of x like the summation of 1 to 3 is 6. So like that summation of x and summation of y will be differ by at most 1. So it can differ 0 or it can differ at most 1. So let's break down the test cases. So these are the test cases and these are the outputs. So in the first test case it is given 1 and if we split it into 1 comma 0 x equal to 1 and y equal to 0, then the most maximum difference between this is 1 and the summation of this two is 1 also 1. So this satisfied the condition. So this is the answer. The next is 161. So if we split it 67 and 94, the summation of this two is what? 7 and 6 is 13 and 9 and 7 is 16. Sorry, 9 and 7, no, 9 and 4. 9 and 4 is 13. So the difference between this is 0. So this is less than equal 1. This is also possible answer. And 67 plus 94 equals to 67 plus 94 equals to 161. Okay, and there is 67. And we are splitting it x equal to 60 and y equal to 7. And 60 plus 7 equal to 67. And 60 summation is 6 and the 7 is 7. So it differs at most 1. So it is also satisfied the condition. So hope the problem is clear to everyone. So now we are just going to find how this problem will be solved. As we can say that look in the problem statement that the n will be at most 10 to the power 9. Okay, so if we take like this, if we take an element like 1206, and if we take each element like let's move on first took this. If we take each element from here, like we if we take 2 and here is x and here is y, if we divide it into divide it into the same with the same value like 2, we can divide it 1 and 1. Okay, then after that it is 0, we can divide it 0 comma 0. If it is 6, we can divide it 3 comma 3. And if I take this x equal to 103 and this y equal to 103, then the summation of it is equal to 206 as well as the difference is not less than greater than equal greater than 1. Okay, so like this we can solve this sort of problems. And there is a corner case if the given value is not even or odd value. Okay, that's like 19. If we divided it with 1, we divided Yeah, so if we divide it, then x will be 0. The answer will be 0. So we have to take 1 and 0. And after that, if we divide it, we will get 9 by 2 equal to 4. So we have to take 4 and 5. Okay. So in this case, there are, so it is also creating a solution. But what if, in the case of the third test case, okay, what if, my value is 1026, okay, and there is x and y. So first of all, I will take 1, 0, then I will take 0, 0, then I will take 1, 1 and 1, then I will take 3 comma 3. This is also making the solution, but if there is this value will 3, this is also a odd value, then I have to take 2 comma 1. In that case, the answer will not be valid. We have to also, at the time of the distributing of the value, we have to at that time we have to also calculate that how many bigger value are uh, uh, goes into x and how many bigger value goes into y. If we just track that previous time the bigger value goes to y, then the second time we will give the bigger value to y. If the second time the bigger value goes to x, then the third time we will give the bigger value to y. So like if the bigger value goes x one time, then there is no problem because the x is only greater than differs with y only one. So that there is no problem. If multiple times the bigger value going to x, then we have to just distribute it sequentially. So we have a advantage here that we will get we can take at most one difference. So if a extra bigger value goes to it, then there is no problem. So we are just have to track that how many bigger value goes to x and how many bigger value goes to y. Okay, so here is my solution. I'm just traversing through n and taking the last element and maintaining a stack also. If x is not equal to y, then I am just here I made a I that if x is not equal to y, if I is odd, then the bigger value goes to the first stack and the minimum value goes to the second stack, and I am incrementing I. If x equal to I, x not differs from y, okay, x equal to y, then we will just normally distribute it because what is going to be x, then the second thing also going to y, okay. So there is no difference. If x is not equal to y, then if the first time I push into x the maximum value, then the I will be incremented by 1, then I yeah I will be incremented by 1 if I in the first time if x not equal to I in the where when at the time when I equal to 0, then I am pushing the maximum value to the second stack and incrementing I at the time of the second time when the x not equal to y, a value is greater and the value is lower, then the I mod 2 will be 1 the second time. I'm just tracking that, then the maximum value will be pushed into the first stack and the minimum value will be pushed in the second stack, and after that we are just updating the n to take the last element, and after that we are just making two half, the first half and the second half, just popping the element in the stack and then creating the integer value from it, and this is the answer.